Hello, hello, hello. It is your boys, the DM podcast, once again, giving you that flavor in your ear. Today's pod, we'll probably talk some Philly, talk some All Stars. Definitely got to talk some Raptors. I'm wearing the Raptor hat right now. They're winning games. So, as Raptor fans, are we happy? A little bit, but we're also like, hey, let's not forget the main goal. Let's not forget the main goal.
Not
Now, in
forget.
saying that,
Cooper dropped 24 yesterday, Raptors.
hey, we need to chill. Okay, Cooper's the goal. He's the goal, no matter what. That's the goal. I have much more to talk about as well. But before we continue, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And before we continue, how's my boy YS doing?
Man, every day above ground, give thanks. You already know.
As long as we're above ground, then we are good. Always thankful. Now, before we even continue, you want to just say, rest in peace to Kobe. Today's the day, the anniversary of
Oh,
his passing with his daughter and the other people that were in that plane crash.
the
Shouts out to
11
Kobe,
people.
like Black Mamba, all that. Just wanted to give some love out there as well. But a team that I want to talk about first. You know what? We'll talk about All Stars first because they just announced the starters for the All Star. For the Eastern Conference, I'm pretty sure we both like said the same guys:
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, um, Cat, Giannis, and Tatum. I think that was pretty obvious. I think that was.
Even the West was obvious starters because it's all the
I thought Wemby was gonna get it. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought, but you're right. It's more obvious for the West. Like the three big names in the West. You have Durant, Steph, LeBron. Then you have Jokic and Shea. They're both like MVP candidates. So
and then well, Katie, right? Katie.
yeah, KD. Yeah,
Like
it was pretty obvious. Actually, I want to look at
like
them.
it's like okay, you already know LeBron is getting it. Like you already know. But I was hearing the person with the most votes in the All-Star was LaMelo.
For guard wise, yeah, he was.
Guard-wise, yeah. Take
Yeah,
that in. Shout out to LaMelo.
yeah, he had the most votes. Which like I'm kind of
LaMelo is
shocked
that
again
guy.
because like I thought his his like fan like his fandom I should say his fandom went down. I didn't know it was like still so high.
The thing is he's a likable ball player. You know what I mean? Like he's a likable guy, it seems like. You know what I mean? He's calm, relaxed, chill. It's like he takes ball seriously, obviously, because you have to take it seriously to get to level, but he's you know what I mean? He's still playing around. So
Yeah, so like in the for the guards, he was the lead vote getter for fan, but for the media vote, he was seventh, which I that makes sense. But the player one, he was third in the
yeah,
player one.
for player, yeah. So fan and player.
But then that media vote is the one that like killed him,
The
right?
man's getting fined a lot. He's cursing and shit. You know what I mean? Here and there. So it's like the media is looking at like, okay, you
And
know what I mean?
the media's not a fan of him. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, they're not.
For media, the third place was Garland, and then it was like Cunningham, Trey Young, Dame. For player, it was like Donovan, Jalen were number one and two. But Jalen Brunson was number three in the fan vote, so that's what kind of made him get over the top after the three, the weighing of the score. Um, but yeah, honestly, it wasn't that bad, man. Jordan Poole got some love too. He was a top 10 overall votes, top 10.
Jordan Poole.
Yeah, but this top 10 in guards, just for guards. So
Okay,
like,
okay, okay,
so
okay.
you
Let's
you
go.
will give them that. Um,
Okay.
for the East, like we said, it was Tatum, Giannis, and Towns. Giannis was number one across the board. Jason Tatum was borderline. The media one looks like I don't know why it says both number one. So I guess they were voted the same for media, and then Carl Anthony Towns was third. So those three were the most obvious choices. Most obvious choices. Paolo Banchero was like fourth, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised. Like I'm surprised that they voted for the guy that like didn't play. And he's since he's been back, he's had a rough go at it.
He's had a rough go.
Yeah, he was like one for something, or like maybe two for he had a bad game the other day. Mind you, yesterday's game, as
Bronze is back too, I think.
they're all back. I saw Jalen Suggs was back too, so I'm like, okay, this team is. Even though I just saw that Suggs got hurt, I hopefully he's back, but
Suggs is a guy.
that team, I want to see him fully healthy and what they can do.
Yo, Suggs is becoming a better player than I thought he would be in the league, to be honest. I'm
I
not gonna
first,
lie.
I for some reason always felt like Suggs was going to be like a most improved player one day. I
Mhm.
always felt that one day he would be a most improved player.
Suggs is kind of wild. Like he impresses me still. Like he can fit on any team. Any team would want him. He could start any team. Like it's not just like he's just I can shoot threes and play defense on like he's versatile everywhere. So Suggs better than I thought he would be.
I didn't, and who knows? Right now he's playing like a third option. Like that team, I this always happens, and you've seen it happen. People are gonna start going. Who's the number one guy? Is it Paolo? Is it Franz? Is it Paolo? Is it Franz? Who's the guy that you want
We
to have
all we all
defending
know
you?
who was picked to be the number one guy. Like
Right,
pick wise, but playing wise is different. But pick wise, we know who's the
right.
number one.
Because we all like Franz's game. He's a good defender. He's offensively gifted as well. If
That's
he
a
can shoot
start.
right, if he can shoot the three at a more consistent level, then we're all pretty happy with it. But like Paulo has the overall skill. Like Paulo, even though I still don't know the trajectory of Paulo. Like I don't.
It's there. It's there. It's his trajectory
I'm
is
more
there.
thinking like, is he like as a power forward, is he like LaMarcus Aldridge type? Like is he like LaMarcus Aldridge, Chris Bosh type? You know that scoring like mid-range type, sometimes will post stuff,
Mhm.
power forward? Like is he like that? Or is he everyone's saying, oh, the comp is Melo. I don't see Melo. I don't see Carmelo type game.
Okay, here's the thing. It's I feel it could be three in one.
Hmm.
Bosch, like you said, I see the little Mello, I see Mello, and I see Rasheed Wallace.
Okay, I see.
A little like a bit of those three in one. That's what I see.
I
Bit
see
of those
that.
three in one.
Yeah, because Rasheed Wallace, he could shoot the three, good mid-range, like big body. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely like a skinny version of him. In the Western Conference, like you said, it was pretty like easy. The fan vote had it pretty much went with the fan vote. The player vote, people definitely picked LeBron and Durant after Jokic being number one. Jokic was number one across the board because has been the best player in the league. LeBron was fourth in the media vote. Anthony Davis was third. So for them, it went for the media, it went Jokic, Wemby, and then Davis, which I'm a little shocked
Jokic, Wemby for big man Davis. Okay.
for the media vote. But I think they're, you know, I think the way the media sees it, I think we all need Wemby to be the guy.
Yeah.
Like we they need the future. But I think people wanna the league is still ran by LeBron, Steph, and
Yep.
KD.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
still ran by
Yep.
those three guys.
Yep.
It's entertaining guys, the guys we want to see. Like there's still
Giannis
the
is the
guys.
guy too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Giannis is there too, and then like Jokic is there. Those are the five I think guys that are like, hey, those are the guys people want to watch. They want to constantly watch. Like Jokic just got there because his game is just he could be a boring
Can't deny
person.
it. You can't deny his game.
The
You can't.
game is too nice. It's way too nice. So it's
Like
it's
he's
one of
getting
those
really
things.
triple doubles, like up and out triple double. Like you can really put him on a slip with triple doubles, 10 games, and you're hitting at least seven.
Yeah, no, yeah, legit. He's averaging it. So
And he's
so
not padding. What we've been saying, he's not stat padding. It's just
you know he somehow always gets 10 assists. Like
I
right
don't
on
see
the
him
dot, he
stat
gets 10
pad.
assists.
Like I
But it's
don't
not
see him.
stat padding. That's just like
He's not though. Like you see when Westbrook was getting it, and I'm going on a little rant. When Westbrook was getting it, you could kind of see not kind. You could see that at times he was padding.
mm,
Like Steven Adams just let the ball. He Steven Adams see the ball, and he was looking at Westbrook like, "Come on, man." Just,
yeah. It's like the whole team was letting him get the triple
yeah.
double. They're
But
like
with this, it was kind of like everyone else is okay. Jokic is there. He's the big, anyways. We're gonna outlet him,
right,
and then
right,
it's
right, exactly. Um, and just for the guards, Shea of course was number one.
shout out
Steph
to
was
Shaq.
number two across the board, and I'm just
He's
saying this.
lovable. He's likable. He's just so likable.
So I'm gonna say this, and I want to see what your thought process. I kind of think Steph was across the board number two because there's no one else. Like you can't pick. I think Ant was the closest one. Ant, you his team isn't good enough. Luca hurt. Kyrie not well. Kyrie's been in and out, but mostly healthy, but in and out. John Morant in and out. James
Mhm.
Harden. I think a little bit of hate. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a little bit of
There's a
hate.
little bit of hate.
De'Aaron Fox team wasn't good. Devin Booker and then Norman Powell. Like that's the guard. Like there was no one else. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but it's almost like there was no one else to pick. What do you think?
The thing is, Steph is likable, man.
He's a likable guy.
He's
He's a
a likable guy. He's a likable face for any league, right? Family man, light skin.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Not wearing. You can relate to him. He's a family man. Like he's dressed regular. He's not wearing designers or the bust downs, right? You see him. He's with his family, wearing regular stuff. You would go on a trip with your family, right? And he's still producing at. He's 50, 40, 90 for his career. For
You
your
know the thing is,
career.
this year he's his stats this year, he's only averaging 22 points a game.
That's 36.
Like I'm actually quite
What's his
shocked.
3-point percentage? It has to be 40.
Probably. Probably. Let's see.
And
Let's
I
see.
know he shoot 91% from the line.
He's shooting this season 93% from the line. He's 91 career.
Okay, career is
Uh,
34.
he's he's 40% shooting the three. Um, his free throw percentage went down. It's 47% for his career.
His field goal percentage?
Yeah, it's 47%.
47. Oh, okay.
47, 42, 42, and 91.
That's still amazing for your career.
Amazing.
It's
That
easy
90% shooting the three is
free
that's
throws. Yeah,
nuts.
so like he's still doing what Curry does, minus scoring that much, but
Right.
that's what Kaminga, Moody, and
Yeah.
Wiggins. And
I think yeah, the overall team that he has more scores on it.
it's like they have to step up. Like the thing is, you shouldn't be relying on Curry to score that much right now, anyways, because his time is his door. He's close to the door, right?
Yeah, and that's what what we didn't I didn't even put this in the rundown, but like we can talk about this. It kind of leads to the next thing. Anthony Davis, and normally we hear it from LeBron, but Anthony Davis is the one that has just said like, "Hey, I would like more help. We do need a little bit more help." And you never hear from Anthony Davis. You normally hear it like from LeBron. So
I
he
agree
says
with
like
that.
we do like in order to make us win a title, we do need like a little bit of help. And I agree, like you can LeBron is not this is not '09 LeBron. It's not 2012 LeBron. This is 2025 LeBron. And like LeBron to me has been a top 10 player in the league and he still has been. I think we don't fuck with him because he's older now, so we don't want to give him that little
He's taking the
that
clothes off
mental.
now. That's why too. Shit like that.
But like LeBron can't be giving you he thinks he can give it to you, but he shouldn't be giving you 25, 9, and 8. He shouldn't be giving you,
Should. He
right?
should.
He should be giving you like a good 20, 10, and 8. You know what I'm saying? His assist and rebounds can increase, but you guys need a guy that like, you know,
He should be facilitating more, not looking to. He should be a third option on the Lakers team.
honestly, you should be like scoring wise. Like LeBron's still gonna grab
Yeah,
the ball and have the most touches and the team's gonna still revolve around him. But he needs to be at where I think most people have said this, a supersized Draymond Green.
I agree with that statement actually.
That's what it comes to. Like you need a guy, a guard specifically, because I like Reeves. I believe you like Reeves, but you need to upgrade Reeves.
And Reeves is actually decent.
He's very decent, very decent.
He's not
But you're
even
not afraid of him in a 7 game series.
no, no. Like Reeves, to me, he exceeded his potential in my eyes, right?
Already,
You know what
agreed.
I mean? Already, which is amazing. Like you, a legit pro, you can be on any team. You could probably be that guard off the bench on any team, getting 20 minutes a game easily and be trusted easily. But like this is LA, this is the West, and we're talking about getting to the promised land. Austin Reeves can't be your second or third option.
You just can't.
You know what I mean?
You
On a
can't.
championship team.
He could be your fourth option, and he could be a really nice fourth. He could be like a Danny Green type fourth option.
You
That could
could
be
be.
really good.
If you swap out Pritchard for Reeves, guess what? Reeves is Pritchard in Boston. He's
Right.
that sixth guy off the bench. Real talk.
Yeah.
And Pritchard in LA is doing what Reeves is doing. Period. Probably, arguably better. I like Pritchard better.
You think? Oh, okay. I like Reeves better. 'Cause I think Reeves is more dynamic of a scorer. But I also think it's
Pritchard got that clip, that
right.
clip.
The way
And
he
he looks
the
like
ball.
he's from the military. So you already know Pritchard has got that buzz cut. Pritchard, you already know.
So like yeah, no. And then which even leads me now. I was just thinking we just talked about the three guys, Steph, LeBron, and KD. KD's averaging darn near 28 points a game. And I'm
Balling.
thinking to myself, like, what like he himself shouldn't be the first option either.
No.
Shouldn't. Not that they can't do it. We all know Steph, LeBron, and KD to this in this league can still average whatever points they want to. Because
That's why Booker's just getting his first shoe deal now.
like to
What do you
me,
think? What do you think?
come on, it should be Booker's number one option, Booker number one. Then you got you can even put KD number two option. That's fine. But like KD shouldn't be giving you, bro. If the man's not giving you 28 points a game, you're losing games. Like, come on.
Like Shea and OKC, you're right.
Like right, he's doing the same production as Shea. Come on, that doesn't make sense,
Like if
right?
KD, I notice when KD doesn't score, like let's say above, you put him on slip, you know what I mean? He doesn't score above 24, 23. It's like the Suns lose or it's a very close game.
Right,
But I
right.
mean, it's just like, and everyone else is playing. Like you see Beal there, you know what I mean? You see Book, you know
It
what I
has to be
mean?
better.
Those are the guys that matter, I guess. I don't know.
I think they have to be better in that sense. But I get it. If you're making Katie just the score, like you're saying, Katie, we just want you to score, that's fine. But sometimes I feel like they rely on it too much. You can't rely on LeBron. I know AD had 36 last night against the Warriors. That's fine. But when AD's not being consistent enough,
You need that second
Anthony,
guard.
you need an Anthony Simons, a Zach LaVine. That's the type of guy that I would be trying to go for. But
Way better upgrade than Reeves. No, again, nothing against Reeves.
right,
And I was
and
hearing, and I'm sorry to cut you,
no, no, go ahead.
I was hearing something, I think in a YouTube short that they're talking about KD is not getting the respect, the longevity because LeBron is just in year 22 and but you're taking KD's longevity and he feels he's not getting respect. I was hearing something like that.
I think KD and they're not really Steph, but KD sometimes a little bit. I think all the guys that are kind of like older now are gonna get that same treatment that like Barkley, Malone, Stockton, Olajuwon got. Like when you guys are around the guy, when you're around the guy, you're not going to get the same love. Jordan will always get the love and always get the accolades, always get the conversations. And like until LeBron retires, you know, that brief time that we had where the league was Vince's, it was AI's, it was Shaq's, it was Kobe's,
T-Mac,
T Mac. We had a bunch of guys all taking
Timmy D, we can't forget Timmy D.
Timmy
Wow.
D, all taking turns on like the guy.
They were
Which
Dirk.
that's what's gonna happen when LeBron leaves, right? It's gonna be the Ants, the Cooper Flags. If AJ DeBransta is there at the time, AJ DeBransta, Wemby, Luca, like it's you need that time frame to go. But eventually, when it's Wemby's time, we're not gonna be talking about certain guys.
Okay,
So
because they're gonna be out the league, yeah.
right, so it's just
The guy for Illinois, he's a combo guard, 6'6",
oh yeah, I forgot his name, but they're saying that he can go to the
European.
Raptors. They're saying
They're
he can go
saying
to the
he's the
Raptors.
guy, and I'm seeing his efficiency already in college. I'm like this. This guy's playing efficient in college for
Yeah.
Illinois. So next time Illinois is playing, I need to key in on that game, to be honest, because
Yeah.
there's three guys. It seems like you got the Cooper, you got Ace, you got this guy that I know about. I don't know really who else is. You know what I mean? So,
Dylan Harper.
oh, you got Harper too. You got
Yeah,
Harper.
those are the first three, but then the rest of the class is good. VJ Edgecombe, who's the guy I kind of want the Raptors to get. He's a guard. He's like a guard forward from Baylor. He can be like, I think he can be like a Swiss Army knife when he gets into the league. The guard from the guy from Illinois, he's good.
He's
Uh,
six
there's
six.
a there's another guy. Oh, what's his name?
So even if Raptors get top five pick or fifth,
I'm fine with it. I'm fine
you're
with it.
fine with it still.
Yeah, I'm fine. The thing is, I don't want. I respect. I don't want Ace Bailey. I don't want Ace Bailey.
I hear you.
I don't want Ace Bailey. I understand why people think he's like good, but I think the league falls in love with guys like him and like Jalen Green, but the moment they see their efficiency, the
Yep.
league immediately drops you. They don't care about you anymore because they see your efficiency. They don't mess with you. Kaminga, we don't fuck with you, Kaminga. Mind you, Kaminga is a really good player. We don't fuck with you. RJ Barrett, you're 23, 24, and the league doesn't fuck with you because they think you're inefficient. Right? And mind you, I think RJ Barrett's really good. I think him and Scotty have a great chemistry. But when you're like that type of player, the league, oh man, you're a top three player with a person you can be. Like everyone
So,
likes the Kobe model. Like
Kobe
everyone likes
wasn't
to,
efficient though. AI wasn't efficient,
exactly,
but
exactly.
the league definitely didn't fuck with AI. We know that.
Sometimes the league didn't fuck with Kobe. Kobe would not be fucked with right now. His efficiency, people would hate his efficiency.
Oh, true. There's seasons where Kobe was literally shooting like 41, 42% period. I'm like, yo, Curry is shooting that from three, and you're shooting that overall. It's
Come on,
crazy.
man. It's
Yeah, yeah.
not
AI had the worst efficiency. Like to
come
me,
on.
AI's efficiency was the worst. I'm talking AI than Westbrook. I don't know which one.
Right. And then
AI,
they fuck with Westbrook. They don't people rate Jokic's triple doubles, but don't rate when Westbrook did.
it's crazy to me because you guys like you see how Westbrook plays, you see the intensity he plays, but you see it
No.
takes has Westbrook had a injury where he ended his season was done, MCL, ACL? He hasn't, right?
Right
And you
now.
see how he plays. He plays explosive. To this day, he plays explosive. I don't get how people don't think like that's a gift. Like that's a gift. Everyone that played explosive, aside from LeBron and Westbrook, that we can call up, didn't have a season-ending injury.
And
KD
like
had a season-ending injury.
Westbrook had an injury because like he kind of got chipped in the leg. Like a man legit almost chipped him in the leg and turd his whole season.
Yeah, contact. We had the
Right.
contact, non-contact. Come on.
Yeah, so this one the league doesn't like inefficient guys. So like he's 6'9", he's listed as a shooting guard small forward, but we'll see. I like Dylan Harper. Uh there's a few guys, man. There's a guy that I want to mention his name, but I forgot his name. Demin. They say this guy is like he can score the back. He's 6'9" from Russia, and he can like score the basket.
With a name like Igor, you're a dog already.
Yeah, like
Dog.
he can score the
No, no
basket.
long talking. Man named
So
Igor.
yeah, so like I'm curious to see about him. Very curious to see about him. But yeah, this year it'd be good. But once again, the draft. We didn't some drafts were like, oh, this is like an amazing draft, ends up being whatever. Some drafts are great. People get drafted top 10 all the time. We don't see much come from them. So that's why you take whatever you can from the draft and hopefully you develop these guys, and that's what really matters. Like that 2021 draft, I think me and you have talked about it a few times. Is becoming an amazing draft, like an amazing draft. So much top guys you're seeing from this draft, like who would have thought? Who would have thought it'd be that good, like this good? We
Shout
knew
out
it
to
would be good.
shout out
But
to Cade.
Cade, the legend, the real one. So a team that I want to chat about with you, which we've talked about, we're probably tired of chatting about this team, but I got to talk about them. The Philadelphia 76ers. And it leads to what we just talked about with the draft. So they have a top six protected draft pick, or top, not no top seven protected or top 10. No, top 10 protected. Philly has a top 10 protected draft pick, which is crazy to me. So if you're Philly, you have to be bad. You have to be bad. But you have to be really bad. You can't be middle of the pack bad. Because middle of the pack bad, that draft pick is going to OKC. So I think you're stuck. Let me just confirm there. But yeah, while I confirm it, Philly's in like a no man's land. What do you think?
I don't know what Phil like. I see why Philly's trying to tank in a sense to keep that six pick, right? But like it's
But are they
just
trying to tank? Are they like what are they doing? Are they
I
trying to tank?
feel like it's just at this point might as well like how the season started off. Paul George not being that guy that we thought he was going to be so far, right? The chemistry issues, right? It's like it's like they're following God's plan. To be
Okay.
honest, like God has given him something. Okay, and B came out like the season drama and shit. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like Maxi calling out some guys on the team in the season. Like, there's just been so much negativity around Philly. It's just might as well end it off, cap it off with losing, have a losing season, and let's just think about that pick next season, the sixth pick,
Right.
because OKC already has enough to make a G League team to make the NBA with the picks. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Definitely.
like the Phillies, like, do we really need to give these guys the sixth pick with this draft coming up? We're gonna need a guy. Look at what's going on. You're right. Trust the process. Embiid, like everyone's tired of that. Been tired of that. Right. Philly has, like we've been saying, Philly has not made it Eastern Conference Finals with
I know.
Embiid. So it's like you guys have three guys that could be on each separate team and be a star. I don't know. You guys have who you guys have on the bench? You know what I mean? You guys have a squad. You
Yeah,
guys have an
definitely have a
overall
squad.
squad. Like
They
it's
have a squad.
Drummond coming off the bench as your backup five. Drummond, like you guys. I don't know,
Okay,
man.
so it's 1 to 6 they own. 7 to 30 goes to OKC.
OKC still winning.
And like even the following year, they own 1 to 4. And okay, if their draft pick doesn't go to OKC, then next year their draft pick will go to OKC if it lands 5 to 30.
Sure.
And there's like some other stuff to it as well. But like, yeah, so doesn't you need to be bad or like, and then not only have to you the lottery balls have to fall to you,
Yep, in your favor.
right? It has to. But like you're so stuck. So that's why I'm saying it. I'm proposing this. Maybe you don't do it this time. Maybe do it during the off season. But you call teams and said, "Hey, Joel Embiid is up. He's up. Who wants him?" I think you trade Joel Embiid. Well, what? Because what are we doing here? What are we doing? You might as well develop and grow the team around Maxi and McCain, and see if you can get someone to take Paul George's contract. Which I promise you, nobody's taking the contract. If he's gonna play like that, nobody's taking that contract. Nobody, nobody. And we're gonna talk about it later when I bring up free agencies. I think Paul George has reset the market. His play reset the market, completely reset it, completely.
Guys,
I will chat about that then. But yeah, like, what do you think? I'm going to trade Embiid. If I'm Daryl Morey and the front office, I'm trading it. What do you say?
might as well. Might as well. That's what I'm saying because how much more time are we gonna give Embiid as a cornerstone of the franchise to get us to the promised land? How many more years? He's clearly not serious. He's not serious. And the
He's just not
perk,
healthy enough.
that too. Like you're not serious about your health. You're not serious. Every superstar on any team that has a superstar, they're serious. They're serious. Right? Joker, serious. Tatum, Jalen Brown, serious. Butler, serious.
Right.
LeBron, serious. These are guys that all went to the finals and won a ring, right? They're
Right.
all serious. You never Embiid needs at this point. Embiid's the number two on a championship team.
He's not only a number two. I'm just saying blasphemous shit right now, just to say it. So I think to myself, make that guy come off the bench.
Oh, same. Put Drummond.
Like
Oh,
start like even if you could or trade
I'll
for
choose
like
him.
a Walker Kessler or like heck trade for DeAndre Ayton. Trade for him.
Aiden is not bad.
He's not bad. He's a solid center. And then but mind you, you can't afford all that money. I'm just saying,
He was better than Nurkic. I kind of think Phoenix is like, oh fuck.
Nurkic. I don't know what happened with Nurkic. Like, I feel bad that he's like a third string. The man said that he doesn't even talk to the coach right now. Like, he has no relationship with the coach. Like, something's off there. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, like to me, like just the whole Philly thing is, bro. You're telling me that you guys are bad right now, but Chicago's losing games, and you're gonna start kind of winning games eventually, I think, because you're still almost too talented to be too bad.
Yeah,
And
you
Chicago, for the love of God, will trade Zach LaVine and Vucevic. For hopefully, we have 2 weeks until to the free agent, not free agency, the trade deadline. Hopefully something happens, or we're all hoping. But damn, like you got to do something, like because you're giving a top. You're gonna land seventh. You're gonna land seventh, and then you're gonna give it to OKC. So you're telling me OKC is about to make it to the finals potentially and have a seventh overall pick?
That's silly. That's silly. That's actually silly.
Like, what are we saying?
Why do you think Shay's always smiling?
Like, and they have a top like eight pick that's on the bench that's gonna play next year. What are we talking about, man? What are we
Man,
talking?
these guys are winning on court and in the office.
Come on, man. It's ridiculous. So okay, you're not going to be worse than the Jazz. I'm looking at the Western Conference. So you're Philly. You're not going to be worse than the Jazz. You're not going to be worse than the Pelicans. The Blazers have won a lot of games lately,
Yeah.
randomly. Like, and it's like, but the Blazers should be bad. Once again, another team. Sometimes they're a little too talented. So you got to trade some players so you can get a top like six pick. So okay, Blazers. So you're not going to be worse than those three. Now let's go to Eastern Conference. You're not going to be worse than the Wizards. Not even close. You're not going to touch them. The Hornets, you won't be worse than. You won't be worse than the Raptors, and you won't be worse than the Nets. And we just mentioned the Bulls as well.
Yeah, that's eight. Yeah.
That's eight teams you're not going to be worse than. So you're praying for the lottery balls then.
So that's gonna be hey, you can pray, but hey.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. You're 17 and 27. The Bulls are 19 and 27. That means like you can try your best to reach this team.
They're that bad with that roster. It's kind of I need to look at the Philly roster overall because
You'll just be more disappointed.
I'm just
Because once again, they shouldn't be this bad. They really shouldn't be this bad. Paul George has been really disappointing. Everyone's saying, what was the difference between him and Tobias Harris? What's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference? Tobias Harris, I think, is averaging a high. I think, let's see Tobias
Harris
Harris.
is not is he averaging 10 points?
The thing is, he unfortunately is. He's averaging 12.8 this season, 6 rebounds and 2.5 assists.
You guys have Eric Gordon. No, yeah, you guys have Eric Gordon on the roster too. Philly, come on. Stop this.
You
Stop
have
this.
Gordon, you have what's the twin? Martin.
You have Reggie Jackson. You have Lowry.
No,
You
they
have
have
Caleb Martin. Yeah. You have Caleb Martin. Yeah. Kelly Oubre. There we go. I'm forgetting it. Kelly Oubre. Like,
you have a bunch
what's
of
wrong with you?
guys who can get Yabusele, who's actually been okay this season, like they're actually been pretty good this season. Once again, like you said, you have Drummond, who's actually still a very good rebounder.
To be honest.
Like so, yeah, no, Philly. Once again,
The
we
man, the man's averaging off the bench 7 boards and 7 points off the bench, limited
come on,
time.
man, come on, man. It's you're 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 basically once again Daryl, not Daryl. Sam Presti is laughing. He's thinking, "Good, please be bad. I got a top seven pick. I don't care. Be
Crazy.
bad." And then think about it. You're good. So then you're
Jared
Philly.
McCain had a good season to start off, but I haven't heard his name since.
Right? Because he's been hurt. He's hurt for the whole season, right?
He's
So
been for the season.
yeah, he's gone for the season. Yeah, it wasn't a couple months. I think they decided. I think he could probably come back, but I think they generally said like, let's just take him, keep him
And
now.
he was dropping in 23 games and 15 points. You're
Come on,
this roster? Are you kidding me?
come on.
You're kidding me.
So you just need Embiid to be good. So like, Embiid's gonna come back. He's gonna play well. They're gonna make it to the.
You have Uber. You have Uber. Are you serious? Uber? Yes,
You're
Uber.
you're gonna make it to the playoffs, or you're gonna make it to the play in, I should say, because Chicago
Well,
will lose games for sure.
have veterans with young guys and guys that it's just crazy. Like to me, they have the right mixture of veterans and young guys. And
So then
like
you're gonna
I was a
go.
champion on the team. He knows how to get it done. Like you know what I mean? Like
There's already rumors that they may let the coach go. What's his name? What's our former coach?
Nurse.
Nurse.
Wow.
Yeah, we may they may make
Nurse.
him go.
I was gonna ask you like, but I think we're talking about. Do you think Nurse is a good coach? And you said yeah. It's just
He's only a good coach to good teams, though.
that's sounding like Phil Jackson.
Yeah, he's only a good coach to good teams. He can't really do much with anybody else, in my opinion. He can't do much. He doesn't know how to make like the team better, in my opinion. Does not make team better. Yeah, so Philly's, you know, if you had to put a rating to it. Put a rating, 10 being like code red, 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 like this evacuate immediately. One being we're chilling. Five is like we just gotta be we're worried. Where would you put it? Like 1 to 10.
These guys are definitely closer to fucking 10. I'm not saying 10, but these guys are definitely 9 or 8. Like shit needs to get done now.
Yeah. You gotta trade them.
You
You
guys'
gotta
goal is
trade
to
them
win a
beat.
championship, right? That's their goal. Every NBA team's goal is to win a championship. It's 9.
To me, call back OKC and be like, hey, can we get our draft picks back? We'll give you Embiid. And then but you have to probably trade like a Hartenstein contract. Mind you, if you're a GM, I'll take Embiid, but if you think losing like any of my top players, you're out of your mind. Don't
Oh,
even call me for them. Don't call me for any of them.
chestnut checkers.
Right? Because like Embiid can be healthy, but if you tell me like, okay, we'll trade, and this is the off season, it probably won't be now. Off season, you can trade a Hartenstein and probably like another player and give back their draft capital for Embiid. If I'm OKC, I'm thinking about it because you don't lose much.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Right? Can you tell me Embiid on that team? He's the what? Fourth option
That's crazy. That's crazy. Embiid as a fourth option is in his prime. Is
in his
crazy.
prime, right? And then the thing is, when he's a fourth option, he's not going to be doing the most.
Mm-mm.
Falling down the floor every 2 seconds. The balls is Shea's ball, then it's Chat's, then it's Jalen's. We're just gonna give it to him when we need an extra bucket. You're pretty much turning the man into JV. You're turning into JV.
That's hard to see coming from a talent like that. But a lot of guys fall from graces. It's not pretty.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
Design.
I think Russell Westbrook's fall from grace is about to be really bad, but this season with Denver has been beautiful.
They
It's been
need
beautiful.
Denver needed. They needed bench. They needed bench, and Westbrook is a bench himself.
He's a bench himself. Like,
Yeah. You want me to
yeah,
score, rebound, all assist, all steal? Like,
yeah, no. But let me quickly ask you. So I asked you about Philly. Clippers, 1 to 10, 10 being y'all should just like try to pivot immediately. They don't have it, they barely have any draft picks. They pretty much have none. Like, so what do you think for the Clippers?
the Clippers, man,
Mind
they're
you, had a
just
really good season.
like Clippers are not having a losing season still. You know what I mean? So, but then they're close to they're 7. They're 7. Actually, you have no draft picks.
Yeah,
You're
their
fucking
future is a 7. It's weird, right? Their now is okay, but like you're not gonna win a title unless Kawhi turns into fucking like Toronto Raptors Kawhi, and then James Harden turns into like James Harden. Because mind you, they've been really good this season, man. Norman Powell has had a better season than Paul George. So what can you say? Cheap,
yo, it's so true. It's real shit. It's 100%.
right? Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind. What about the Lakers?
Lakers, shit, man. Lakers, I feel like they're just in limbo. I feel like they're just gonna be in limbo, stay in limbo. I feel like nothing's gonna get done.
I also
It's,
think like I think they're gonna just they're gonna say once again, I think it's free agency. Everyone's very excited because there should be a lot of movement, but I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of movement because
yeah,
it has to be one for ones. Like I'm not trading beer draft capital, right? Even the Raptors, when we'll talk about them, like Masai's looking for second rounders because a team won't really feel like sending off a first rounder, right? OKC, Houston, and sometimes and a little bit of Brooklyn and the Pelicans somehow have all the fucking draft picks. So everyone else is just like, I don't got really much to give you.
yeah.
Like, I don't got much, right? So I'll give you Anthony Simons, but can I give you Anthony Simons for another good player where for like Rui? Heat. No, no, what? For the last the Suns. Suns out of 1 to 10. 10 being y'all need to like pivot. I agree, bro. I think they have to pivot. I get that they're talented, but you're not better than OKC, the Grizzlies, the Timberwolves. Not better than the
Shit, I don't even know
Lakers.
you guys in the 7 game with Houston Rockets at this point.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, Grizzlies are definitely mollywalking you guys.
Come on, man. They're taking you down.
Holy fuck.
And like and it's more for like future point. Like the future, once again, you can be good all you want right now, but your future doesn't look good, especially because you don't have any draft picks. But they did that smart thing where they traded their lone 2031 draft pick to get a bunch of other random draft picks. So like now they have like three draft picks that they can trade.
That's funny.
So
That was a
they
good
may have
play.
something. And, and they don't care about draft picks. Hey, why not? Is this too injury prone if you try to get Embiid?
It
I don't know who
is.
you can trade, but is it too injury? It's too injury prone. You're too much relying on like health.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
But imagine that. So now the Heat out of 10, which leads to the Jimmy Butler conversation. This saga, now he's been suspended for 2 games
it's crazy.
because he should be traded. Like there's no reconciling. That's the one thing that needs to happen. But once again, people don't got money, so Pat Riley, probably the Suns, the Bucks are involved, Toronto's involved. Like everyone's calling each other because they need to make the deals work. Because this
Yeah.
deal's not it's not gonna work. It's not a 1-for-1. It's a multiple team guy that has
It
to be
could be
done
maybe 3-14 type. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's crazy.
easily. I
Like
think it has to be a 14. And
okay,
like the Raptors are willing to get like draft capital and like bad contracts because that's what OKC did. You take the bad contracts because then eventually
they
you're
expire.
they expire. You're blessed. You have an empty cap space. Yeah, I think Brooklyn low key may have cap space this coming season.
Brooklyn can land guys, but who's trying to go with Brooklyn? You need to go with a guy.
You have to go with a guy. You have to go with a guy.
Guys, so
So but yeah, so like with Jimmy Butler, I don't know what much to say now about it. Like, what else can be said?
nothing really can be said. It's just I just this whole situation is being dragged the hell on way too long. Like you suspended him, thinking you were gonna get a deal done. For him to come back, miss meetings, practices, whatever, to suspend him again. And it's like trade deadline's in another week and a half. So it's like those 2 games he's gonna come back. So you guys gonna suspend him again? Or like what's gonna is he gonna play?
Right? You have to now suspend him again. You have
This
to.
is just like school stuff, like recess, like suspended, come back, suspend, like
Like you got a week. Like you got a week left, man. Like
there's some
our,
deals
our
being
next
done.
Sunday should be that's February 1st. That should be the last Sunday we probably talk about Jimmy Butler as a Houston, as a whoa, I'm about to as a
Ooh,
Houston Rocket.
ooh,
I
you know
mean, as a
something I don't
Miami
know? You know
Heat.
something we don't know? You know
I
something we
may
don't
know
know?
some. I may get a call from Shams. Who
Holy,
knows?
you know something, man?
Because like you gotta do something about it. Because like this is getting ugly now. Like do something. Move something.
Like I like him on Houston, but I just want team chemistry to still be there.
Agreed. Agreed. And also when it comes to like Jimmy Butler, him and his agent said we're not gonna sign an extension if you trade us anywhere. He doesn't want to go to the Grizzlies, like,
He
which is
doesn't. Huh?
crazy to me. Because like I think you'd be good in the Grizzlies.
Why does he want to go to Grizzlies? Smart there's too much dog energy.
Probably I honestly think he wants to go to Phoenix and that's it.
Period.
Yeah.
Things these
And I think him and Phoenix, like, I don't know. I don't know.
Memphis. I mean, Memphis is growing,
They're younger, they're
which is
hungry.
decent. Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
Ja will listen to you. I know that. And if you
Yeah.
have the leader of the team on your side, then it's easier to have everyone on the team on here. But I feel like Smart is just not listening. He's listening to what's right to him.
That's why I
You know
kind
what
of
I mean?
feel like you're kind of in a good spot now. Like I
I,
get you and Pat Riley don't fuck with each other, but like the Heat isn't a bad team.
it's definitely not, but he's pissed because who did they add?
That's the thing. They haven't
Like,
added it.
Butler been taking these guys to the finals with who? Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin,
No.
right? Tyler Hero, Bam.
Yeah. Yeah. You haven't given him the same support as other people have probably been given. So
You add Highsmith. Who did you guys really add?
no, you're right. You're right. You're right.
It's been, you know what I mean? So it's like
Nah, you're right. Um,
I'd be pissed too because I'm beat the Bucks. I beat the fucking Celtics. I
I'm
beat
just
all
asking for a little bit of help, just a little bit.
yeah, and these are teams that won the ring before. You know what I mean? And we beat these teams. So it's like if we're flirting with that, we're just a piece away.
Would you have done the Tyler Hero for Damian Lillard trade?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Like the things I'm looking at, Hero. He honestly, I thought he reached his potential the year before this season, but he hit another gear, so he's still getting better, and he's younger, got more height than Lillard, better defender than Lillard. So it's like there's reasons. Like if this was both of them 2 years into their, you know what I mean, 2 years into the NBA career, I'll probably go Lillard, right?
Right.
Young and whatnot, but I'm keeping,
Yeah,
I'm keeping Hero and I'm keeping Bam. Real
because
talk.
like
Everyone else is on the table.
you had said, was it probably last year where you felt Hero was playing like all-star level, I think last year? Or like was it I'm not sure last year or the year before, but there's a time where he was playing like an all-star type level. And
Definitely,
he's doing it again this year too.
definitely.
So to me, I don't one thing you're right about. I think if you lose Jimmy Butler and tell Tyler Hero like, hey, like it's you and Bam's team, but you have to be the main scorer. I think we can see another level of Tyler Hero. I think you're right.
You could probably see closer to like 27 points a game.
I think so. I think we can see more of because there's at one point where like is Tyler Hero close to the Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell types, but then he kind of fell off. But I'm thinking maybe he could be.
If opportunity.
Right. Opportunity in the right kind of team around him, like why not? So I don't know. I kind of can see that. Like why imagine you trade Jimmy to Houston, then Miami can get like a Dylan Brooks and like a Cam Whitmore. Like defensively, Miami would be better. They still have that grit that they like having. So
You need the scoring though. You need the scoring. You need the scoring. DB's not going to give him the scoring. Like DB's giving you 12 points.
right, right. So like he does sometimes tend to want to shoot too much, but it's fine. They got to give him sometimes. I do want to say poor Dallas Mavericks. They keep suffering random injuries. Like Luca's still out. Lively's out for I think it's either the season or the whole.
Oh,
How long is he?
Lively. Oh shit.
I know he's out for a minute. He's out for. Oops, did I find it? Who's he out for? I think it's either for 3 months or for the whole season. One of the two.
That is the season though. 3 months. We're at
Oh
90.
yeah, it is. Yeah, pretty much this season. He's out for. Let's say he'll be reevaluated in 4 weeks. Not bad. So about a month. But then be reevaluated, that's probably maybe a month and a half, 2 months then. So we're close to the end of the season. Then you have Kleber who got is out for he's out for the season.
Shit. He can shoot.
And he's always been a good playoff guy for them, randomly.
Send the Mavericks this year and not make it to the promised land.
No, man, they're too hurt. But then when you bring that Luca, when you bring Luca,
I feel like if you have Luka and Kyrie, you have a chance, right?
and Kyrie's had
Clay
a pretty good
hasn't been.
season.
Clay hasn't been Clay.
We knew it. We knew it. We knew he wasn't. But
I was thinking maybe he could be a little reborn a little bit, but nah,
he's scoring 13 points a game. The crazy thing on this team, one you're right about Clay, we don't even hear about it.
we don't.
His name doesn't get PJ Washington's name gets mentioned
Yep,
more.
he's the fourth.
He's shooting 38%, 90% shooting of the free throw, but he gets on the line 1 time a game, so it means absolutely nothing.
Shooting 30% from three, right?
38%, yeah.
Yeah, that's still good, but I mean, that's still
Still
not.
very good. Yeah, so like we need to see more. Najee Marshall has had up and down. I personally want to see more from Quentin Grimes. I think he
Definitely.
should be doing more. He should be doing more. So Hardy, I like Hardy, but I feel like
That's it.
he's a he's a good player, that guy. But yeah, I think once Luca comes back, Luca's so dynamic and what he can bring to the table. They're definitely a scary out to have. Now, before we get to the Raptor topic, the one thing I wanted to probably the bigger thing I wanted to talk to you about is free agency coming this season. Like I was saying before, Paul George's contract if you revisit it, you wouldn't sign it. You like if you're Philly, you would never give him that contract ever. You wouldn't do it. That's how the Clippers didn't do. Clippers didn't want to give him the 4th year. They were willing to pay him the 3 year, but not the 4th year. So but there's a bunch of guys who are free agents. There's also a report. Miles Turner wants 30 mil this coming season. I like I was saying earlier, I think Paul George has reset the market.
So
I'm not paying these guys. I'm just not. I'm not paying you the contract that like you definitely think you deserve. Just I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna name you some guys and you tell me what you think they should get. There's some guys who like LeBron, he has a player option, but he's not gonna do anything with that. Jimmy Butler, first guy. He's gonna be 35-ish on in his 14th season. He has a player option for 52 mil, which he's most likely gonna decline.
it's like
How much
32.
would you pay him and how much years?
Bro, I'm giving Jimmy, yo, you're 35. I'm giving you a 2 year deal. That's it. I'm not going 4 years. I'm giving you 2 year deals.
I agree, man. Once again,
There's no point in giving you a 4 year. Like, I'm gonna pay you like 45 million at 40.
like Paul George, once again, he set the market. I'm not paying someone who's 35 a 4 year, $200 million contract.
Come on. Are you fucking stupid?
And you know who you can also blame? You can blame LeBron, Steph, and KD because they made you think that everyone's going to be like them at this time. They're not.
Only four people out of 450 people in the league. What are those percentages? That's maybe
And,
2%,
and
1%.
those three guys happen to be top 20 players of all time.
Literally, LeBron is the top 20 player of all time. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Steph Curry is the top 20 player of all time. I don't give a fuck what anybody said. LeBron has the most career points ever. Curry's the greatest three-point shooter ever. Those guys are top 20 all-time players. Period.
And KD is the one guy whose shot you can't duplicate. The height, the man is 7 foot shooting the way he shoots. Come on.
Everyone is going to be chasing to be like Katie, a 7 footer that can handle and shoot the ball.
Come on,
The
man.
close person is Wemby, and it's still not proven yet over a decade. Right? That's it.
So you would say 2 year, how much money did you say you would give for Jimmy?
Like, what's he on right now? He's on like a 30th season,
He's on his 14th season making 50 mil.
50 million per year. I'm
Yeah.
giving him 2 years. I'm giving him 2 years, 75.
That's not bad. That's not bad. 2 years, 75, not bad. That's close to
That's
40 mil. That's
that's that's reasonable to me. You're
that's
35 or 36. Like, I am not as a GM. You're coming to me. I'm like, okay, I see your skill, but anyone 35, 36 and asking for a long term, I don't want to hear it.
so
35,
I
36.
think the most I would give because of the player he is, I may give you a 3 year. Because if he, let's say you trade for him and he accepts his player option, you have to extend him. So you're probably gonna extend him another 2 years. So I'll do 3 years. I'll keep the 50 mil for this next season because of the way the cap. I'll be like, fuck it. I'll take the L. Just know you're taking a significant decrease to 30 mil that next year,
Okay.
right? So that'll be a 2 year 80 in some sense. And then the following year, I may give you, I may give you, I'll do another 30 for you. And that's because I will believe you're gonna. It all depends on the type of team I have. If I have like a veteran team, I would not want to do it. If I have a young team like the Grizzlies, I'll be more inclined because John Morant, Jared Jackson Jr., and Bane are still 20. Like I would feel more inclined to do it,
Facts, facts.
right? So then that's the only reason why I would do it. But even then, I'm thinking like, yeah, 3 year, 90 mil, honestly, is what I want to give you. That's what I want to give you. That's 30 mil a year. And even then, the cap is going up, so 30 mil won't seem too much to me.
Okay. That was a good quote. The cap is going so 30 won't seem okay.
It won't seem too crazy to me. Fred VanVleet, he has a team option for 44 mil.
Yeah. Fred VanVleet's how old now? How old is he now?
He is 31.
Yeah, that's not bad.
He's
So like,
thir- he's gonna turn 31 by the contract.
okay, so that's not bad. Like, he can get a 4 year deal. He can get a 4 year
You
deal.
think so, eh?
Get a 4 year. At 31, you get a 4 year deal. Like, you're good. Majority of ball players that are seasoned, they're good to 35 productively. They're good. You know what I mean?
I think I'd probably give him another 3 year contract.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably the same 110 mil.
I'm trying to do 4 year, 120. Fuck it.
4 year, 120, that's 40 a year. Am I doing the math right? Is that 30 a
30,
year?
30,
Yeah,
30.
sorry, 30 a year. The thing
That's
is,
good.
once again, it depends on the team you have. Like,
That's
if
good.
you're keeping him on the Houston Rockets, once again, you have a veteran. Why not? He
Yeah.
he's he's not turnover prone. He's a vet. when everyone gets better, he's there to like
Guide
he's there to guide them. He,
Thompson, Green, Sengun. You can guide Easton.
yeah, you know what? That's not bad, man. That's not bad. Now the only thing is that you have Reed Shepard. That's what I'm. And now I'm just saying, if you're Houston, you have Reed Shepard, and you do want to play
Doesn't
him
help.
more.
Yes, that doesn't. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't hate the I don't hate the contract. Yeah, I the 4 year 120. I think I hate the fourth year, but I understand. Kyrie Irving, he has a player option for 44 mil.
Gotta take the player option for him, then he got extended a couple years. And Kyrie's 30, like I think he's 34,
He's 33. You can turn 33 when the contract comes.
33. So Kyrie, I'm not gonna lie, Kyrie's still playing the same like he did 10, 11 years ago. Like the same movement. The fact, no, honestly, he's dunking more this season than he's ever dunked in the league.
Yeah.
So that shows me he's healthy. He's not injured like that. Like obviously he's in and out sometimes, but
Right.
I would give Kyrie, yeah, the player option in 3 years. Yeah, yeah.
Me too, right? I've been like a 4 year, a
Yeah,
hundred, like 30, 145 mil. Because one thing, I think Kyrie's game will age well.
he definitely will. Because he
Right.
can still catch and shoot elite.
Right. He's still like can finish better than most of anybody. Handles will always kind of be there. So I'm okay with paying him until he's like,
The best layup finisher ever in the league. I don't
yeah,
care.
you're telling me that I'm gonna pay him high money till 36, 37. I'm okay with that. I'm
Yeah.
I'm definitely okay with that.
We're not 37, whatever. We revisit it if he's, you know what I mean, and then we go that 1 2 year deal sort of thing.
I would say Ben Simmons, but because he's the next one on
Hey,
the list.
what?
Yeah, 'cause he's getting 35 mil a year.
Cancel the pod. Cancel the pod.
He's getting 35 right now. So like he better not get no crazy. James
I
Harden.
wouldn't even trade the rest of this pineapple juice. I wouldn't trade the rest of this pineapple juice for Ben Simmons. I wouldn't.
This guy's
I
wild.
wouldn't.
I'm gonna end it with another guy. Oh, you know
James
what?
Harden.
With James
Go
Harden,
back.
how much would you with James
Harden's
Harden?
no, Harden's like 35 right now. 34,
Yep,
30,
35. Yep.
35. Harden's
15th
35.
season.
It's the longevity there
He has a
still.
player option for 36 mil.
Damn. At 35. Damn.
I almost would keep him at the 35. I'm not giving him a raise.
35 is a lot. Like, hell no, I'm
Right.
not thinking about raise.
Yeah.
Okay. 35. Player options 35. I'm gonna give him another 2 years.
Yeah.
So extend another 2 years and give him like I want to say he's balling this season. I want to say between 30. I want to say 30, another 35 both seasons. So I'll say 40. Let's say 40.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say
I'm
40.
I'm good with the 35 as well. I agree with you with the 35.
Yeah, he's been playing ball this year. He's getting his assists up. He's Clippers are doing their thing. Like he doesn't really have an all-star. He's not an all-star.
Like if he transitions more to a point guard, I'm okay with paying him the money.
Yeah, and it looks like he is. He's not really forcing issues like he used to in Houston. And
No. He's literally letting Norm's number one scorer on the team. There's a reason to it.
we both know Harden is capable of jacking up those threes and hitting a few threes. We know
Right. Brandon Ingram.
this guy's getting dogged. This guy's getting dogged. He's getting fucking dogged. Honestly, I like Ingram. I would give him like I'd give him that $150 million like 4 or 5 year whatever. Like I give him that.
Yeah,
He's like 25 maybe. Like
he's 27.
that's still
He's
good.
still pretty good age, right? You're
Still
telling me
like
give him a 4 or 5 year, he's 32, 33. Like that's not bad at all. It's weird. It sucks. Once again, it goes back to he was a number two overall pick. He can score the basket, elite level scorer. But we don't like it. We don't fuck with someone's game as like a community, they don't fuck with you.
and
You don't fuck with
you
Brandon
don't hear
Ingram.
about them. You don't hear about them or whatnot.
You don't fuck because I agree with you. I think Brandon Ingram, now of course, depending on the squad, like if he joined the Lakers, I'm paying him like 30 mil a year.
Go back to it.
I would easily pay him 30. I would pay him 30 mil a year. I do. I think he's a dynamic scorer. He can get some. He could be a better rebounder and he could be a better defender. But I think it's all
I think
effort.
I feel like if he goes back to the Lakers though, with LeBron and AD there still, he's still gonna psychologically be like, okay, I'm third option.
Right, right. And to me, you tell him to join your team, give him all the confidence in the world to be like, hey,
Yeah.
like you're here. Like they don't need him. Maybe they kind of do. If like the Pacers had him, people think that him and Pascal would they almost play similar, but they don't. Pascal is a power forward player, like the way he plays like a power forward. He Ingram doesn't.
Small for Ingram,
He
yeah.
plays like a small forward, right? And I think that extra dynamic score will make your little Steve Nash wannabe and Tyrese Halliburton be more of that Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying? I like Tyrese.
Light
That's
skin
my guy.
Nash, light skin Nash,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
light skin Nash.
so yeah, I would pay Brandon Ingram like a 4 year, yeah,
Okay,
150, 160. I wouldn't hate it because I
okay.
think he's a good offensive player. Now, once again, Paul George is the reason why I'm not sure Brandon Ingram will get a good contract. He may get a 4 year 80 mil. He may get a
Nigga,
four.
say that again?
Well, no, I'm for a 4 year 100 mil. He may get.
That's that's a discount.
There's a discount. It's a huge discount.
That's a fucking discount. I cannot do it.
Um, Let me end it off with okay, first. I will say quickly, Miles Turner. How much would you pay him? And then the last one will be Julius Randle because he's the reason why I'm doing this. Really,
He's decent. Monster is decent. He's how old is he though? Shit, he's I want to say he's like 32.
Mhm.
Miles Turner, like he doesn't deserve max money. Like I'm a max, but like 32, 4 years, 36. So let's say I'll give him that one.
He
I
is.
want
Let
to
me
say
tell you how old he
120
is.
bag.
He's 28.
Okay, so shit, we can give him that 140 bag.
You give him
One
140?
4 years.
Yeah, no, I couldn't give him that much money.
How
I'm
much is
sorry.
the cap at? He's okay. Well, 4 years works out to what? 4 years, 140 works out to what?
4 years, 140. It's a lot. That it's
That's
gonna
more
go
than
up.
30 a year. Oh shit. Okay, yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm saying like if I think about per year for his,
25, 100. So 100 million is good actually. 25 a year is good.
I think 20 years is fine. That's fine for a
100
type of
million.
center he is. As long as he continues to play defense, which he's lacking, but if he plays some defense and shoots some threes,
Exactly. Yo, that's one. Yeah, that's 100. I was gonna say 120, but fuck it, that's 100.
right? If he's not playing defense, to me it's 100 mil. Like I'm not trying to do all that. I agree with you 1,000%. No way. Once again, the market has to change. The market has to change.
Shout out to PG.
Like it has to change. Last but not least, the reason why I'm doing this, when I thought of Paul George, I thought of this guy. He's the reason why I'm doing this. Julius Randle. I think this guy is gonna, unless it's Minnesota themselves paying him, and maybe the Brooklyn Nets, because once again they got money
They need a
to
guy. They need someone because they
they
don't
have
fuck
money
with
to
Cam
just give
Thomas. They don't
away,
fuck with Cam Thomas.
right? So like, how much you paying Julius Randle?
I'm paying Julius Randle 25 million a year.
He's 30, just so you know.
I'm paying Julius Randle 25 million a year still. I'm giving him a 4 year. I'm giving him 100 million 4 years. If I'm Brooklyn Nets. If I'm Brooklyn Nets.
Okay,
Keyword.
because
Another
like,
team you can ask me, but if I'm Brooklyn Nets, I'm paying him 100 mil because I need that good aura to come over to Brooklyn. I need that good energy. I need you to feel like you're the guy. We're gonna put up a poster up of you in Brooklyn, like you're the franchise guy. If
until
I'm
I bring
Brooklyn Nets.
until I bring my franchise guy like the New York Knicks did.
Exactly,
Until I
exactly.
do that, because so he has a player option for pretty much 31 mil. And I kind of think that's like perfectly fine. Like, so if I think about it, a 4 year would be 120. That's three
That's not
thirty
too
mil
bad.
each year.
That's not too
Yeah, but I'm not once again, I understand what Paul George got.
If I'm
I'm not
Brooklyn
doing
Nets,
that.
yeah. If I'm Brooklyn Nets, I'm doing that for Randall. 120, you get the poster, you get the billboard.
Yeah, if I have all my draft picks and I'm Brooklyn Nets, yeah, I'll take him. I'll pay him whatever he wants. It doesn't I wouldn't even care because respectfully, unless he turns into the New York Knicks, just Randall, I'm not worried. I don't care. I'm
Mhm,
not worried.
mhm,
So
mhm.
I'll I'll, I'll pay him the 4 years and
And he will turn into that again with opportunity. He will. He can with
he's
opportunity.
a 2010 guy. He is a 2010 guy. And even like 4 or 5 assists a game. He's like 2010 and five
If my
consistently.
pops doesn't hate on you and says, "Yo, I like that. He's aggressive. He goes after the ball, goes after the boards." My pop says that. That means you're doing something.
Yeah,
You
Randall's a good player. Randall's definitely one of the more underrated players in the league. Once again, I just don't want to pay,
know,
but he is one of those players. 1,000%. He's one of those. I just don't want to pay none of y'all. That's where once again, Paul George has made me think I can't pay some of y'all. I can't pay some of y'all. Like I'm sorry. It's blame what he did. Blame him.
this
Blame
guy
him.
was one of my favorite players back in like 2012.
Blame Philly in general. Blame all Philly. Blame all Philly. Blame him.
It's just a
Blame
black
Embiid.
hole. Like Iverson left, it's like, okay, no love for Philly. Like, what's going on?
Like blame because fuck because Embiid's contract is trash. I don't know who's. You have two of the worst contracts in the league,
That yeah, that's that. Thank you, management. Thank you, front office staff.
and I get it, but I know Embiid's contract is kind of like Zion's, where like they can stop paying him at one point.
Well, I like that.
Yeah, they
That players will get the
basically.
message once the direct deposit stop hitting.
Yeah, so I think because I know Zion has that. Zion has that. They could just stop paying him. They definitely can.
Definitely
But
should have stopped paying that nigga. But he had a
yeah,
big game last game. I think they won.
the last thing we'll talk about is our Toronto Raptors, winners of 4 or 5 games, two against the Hawks, and I think I forgot who else they beat, but they beat some other team. Who cares? How are you feeling about the Raptors winning? You know, Scotty's playing well, RG's playing better, Bruce Brown is playing better, Boucher's just been fucking unstoppable. So
Right
it's good.
now, it looks like we're
It's
keeping Bruce Brown and Boucher. People are going to be calling the Raptors, hey, you see that boy Chris? We guys want from us.
like I'm telling you, I think you can get the most. The crazy thing, you can probably still get most from Bruce Brown because the name is still like he won a title, so the name is still out there. But like to me, oh my gosh, Bruce Brown. I know people are talking about Kelly Olynyk. If you need a stretch five, why the fuck not? If you're OKC, why wouldn't you want a Kelly Olynyk?
That's a perfect fit for Kelly next, though.
Perfect fit, right?
Then,
It's
two,
Team Canada. Don't worry. It's Shea's there, Dort's there.
it's
Don't
so
worry about
true.
that,
It's so true. Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But how do you like the Raptors winning? Are you good with it? You want us to chill out?
You
We
want to
only won
see?
12 games.
Well, like honestly, I like the Raptors winning, but then when I see Cooper dropping 24 yesterday and on the at the post game saying there's still room for me to improve and whatnot, and dunking in the lane and stuff like that, is like, is it the right time to be winning games right now, Raptors? Is it the right time?
Like
You know what I mean? On a real note, like you beat the Hawks twice, and these Hawks beat Celtics, Cavs, all these other teams,
they
right?
beat some good teams.
I want Cooper.
I do want Cooper.
I can't say I want Cooper. I want Cooper for you, Toronto Raptors. I want that for you guys. We don't want Ace.
I
How
don't.
you playing is you want to draft Ace. That's how you're playing. You want to draft
Yeah.
Ace? Go back to last month where you 11 straight losses. That's the Cooper draft. Now we got the Ace pick. So you guys, that's all I can say.
Like end of the day, the worst three teams have the same odds. So Washington will have the same odds as the next two other teams. So to me, as long as you are one of the three worst teams in the league, you're good. You get the 14%. That means your chances of getting a top five pick are high. You don't want to be too bad because Detroit had the worst record last year. Normally, the worst record, I saw like a little stat, like the worst record barely gets the number one overall pick, especially with this new flattened model barely gets it. Last year was Atlanta. Atlanta did not have the worst record. They were a playing team. So you never know what can happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but you want at least you'll as long as you get a top 10 pick, you're Gucci and like that 6-7 range is always good. We've seen multiple years where that 6-7 guy ends up being like the best player in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes number one pick is gonna be great. That number 2, 3, you never know what's gonna happen. Scoot was our guy. He's still our guy.
I'm still riding with him. I'm still riding with you, Scoot.
We still have some stock on him, so like it's still good. Not every draft is gonna be like. At the end of the day, Paulo is an all star. Chet
Yep,
is an all star.
yep.
Jabari Smith Jr. is a good player, but he may never be an all star.
I
But he's a
agree.
good player, solid player though. But you don't always kind of get that. Not everybody gets
It's
that.
true. Shout out to Alexander Scar. It's still early, but what
Very
up?
right. Shea, Reach a Shepherd. When you look at like the guys are going to make the All NBA for rookies. I think Sar may make it because he plays a lot, but a lot of it's going to be a lot of the guys down in the bottom. Wells from the Grizzlies, Edie from the Grizzlies. Like there'll be other
Edie.
guys
You're
that
hearing
we
Edie the
mentioned.
most from the rookies, to be honest. I can't lie, because
Right.
he's on the best team I feel. Yeah.
Yeah. The rookies haven't been great, so you never know, man. But yeah, like the Raptors. I'm glad you're winning, but all I want is development. I've always said it. I just want development. I want Scotty to develop. I like Scotty defensively has been fucking amazing, amazing defensively. So as long as that continues, I'm good. I just want because I truly believe and I want Emmanuel quickly to come back so we know. Because the whole point was Scotty and Emmanuel quickly. Respect to RJ Barrett, their whole goal was the two guys. We got to just see them,
It's true. It's true.
right? So whatever kind of happens from that point. But RJ's been good, man. Just defensively,
RJ.
he has to be better defensively,
I
right? So
know. I know. And defense is an effort thing. It's not
it's
like
all effort, all
so
effort.
when guys don't play defense, it's like it's showing like you not playing with effort. It's upsetting as a coach. You know what I mean? So even as a teammate,
If we don't trade Chris Boucher, would you want to re-sign him? He's a free agent.
was a free agent. This is why he's balling. Like okay, oh shit. Like honestly, I don't. As long as we get number one pick, I don't give a fuck what we do. We can resign him. Like, as long as we get number one pick, like okay, resign him definitely. How he's playing, resign him.
Mhm.
But I want to get number one pick. So it's secure, like we pick anything out of that crop,
I agree.
period.
I think if these guys are gonna help you win, because the thing is, what quickly comes back, this team is low key talented enough to be the 10th seed in the East right now. And I'm
Okay.
not trying to be 10th seed in the fucking East. Because what happened with Atlanta being 10th seed last year, being number one overall pick,
That's
doesn't
an
wouldn't
anomaly.
happen.
That's an anomaly.
So let's not be too good.
So hypothetically, we fast forward a year. I mean, 6, 7 months. No, fast forward 8 months. October. We have number one pick. We have Cooper. What's the lineup?
Quickly, RJ, Cooper, Scotty, Pirtle. And our bench would be Ochai, Jamal Sheed, Battle, Dick, and what's our rookies this year? Jacoby. And
Jacoby.
then we probably need to get a big, which we oh no, we have Mugbo as a big. And we probably need to get a legit center. We get
So
like a legit
Brady's
center.
going to be going to the bench.
Right. But and I just named you guys, I just named you 12 guys. Like we can be super deep, like super deep if we wanted to.
Can we play small ball like that or no?
Yeah, we you can put Scotty at the five, but
Yeah,
not
that's
not
what I'm
starting
saying.
wise, not starting. You can't play small
Not
start.
starting, but like have a lineup where you have
Yes.
those guys on, and we're taking out Pirtle, and you're putting Grady in.
Oh, what a lineup. You have quickly Grady, Cooper, RJ, Scotty. Oh, so much
And think
scoring.
about the spacing, and you know what I mean. And the defense
Oh,
will be there too. The defense will be there too.
right. Defense will be there.
Will be there still.
Even if you put like
Gotta have
Jamal
RJ.
Shed, you can put Jamal Shed instead of Grady Dick. Then you just have defense. Or Ochai. You have Ochai guarding your
Ochai can hit the threes now, so I like Ochai even more.
right.
He can threes.
I'm definitely okay with that. The thing
I
is,
just want Grady to develop still because I like my boy Grady. I like my boy. Real
if
tough.
you get Dylan Harper, you're also telling yourself like is he coming off the bench? Because you kind of want to if you get a top three pick, you want to start,
You want to run them. You want to run them.
right? So then you starting Dylan at the one or Dylan at the two. Then you got Dylan, yeah, quickly Dylan, RJ and Pirtle and Barnes. The thing is, I'm not trading Pirtle because it's so hard to get a comparable center.
It's very true.
So and I think Pirtle's value is high now, but I think next year it could be even higher.
Especially when we're winning more games and we're
Yeah,
talking. We have Cooper. Speak that
right,
energy. We have Cooper.
right. And then like my thing is I keep thinking about it. Like, okay, next year's draft is good too. Because you got those Boozer twins. You got AJ. AJ's the number one guy.
Yeah, yeah. And who else? There's another.
Oh, there's a few. There's a few guys.
Okay, I was thinking Elijah Arenas. Okay, I guess that's not next year.
Which name?
Elijah Arenas, Gilbert's son.
It could be next year, to be honest. Unless he's not a. Yeah. No, I think it's the following.
Following, okay.
But let me check. Let me check. 2026 draft. Let me mock draft this.
Ace,
Um,
Ace flag coming out 2026 out of Maine.
you have like, yeah, there's a few guys, man. Elijah is that year. And he's a top. He's picked as a top 10 guy,
Elijah's home, so the next year is really scary then.
right? So there's guys, man. There's There's guys. So to you, like you want to be good. Now, once again, the draft, you never want to like kill yourself for a draft. That just never happens that way. But it could be good. It could be good. So then you'd ask yourself, how am I going to be next year? Next year, what if we're like mid next year? If you're mid next year, do you then tank again, try to get a top 10 pick? Da 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 da. You have to think about these things.
Maybe the draft next year, the overall draft could be nice like that. So it's like, you know what? We can even be middle of the pack and still.
Yeah. But what's harder for next year is that, like, once again, if you had Cooper, heck, if you had any top five pick, you're going to be too talented. When you're too talented, you can't afford it, right? Like, it took Detroit how long to get good, and that's just because they got Beasley, Tobias Harris, they got veterans to start building around the young guys. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's a whole thing, definitely a whole thing. Anything you want to chat about before we head out?
And just the divisional games tonight, today.
You get make your picks. Make your picks, even though it would have already happened by the time we post this. But make your picks.
Oh, you already know. Shoot, who's winning today? Honestly, I'm going with the spread. I would probably go with the spreads. You know what I mean? On the underdogs. Because I don't want Chiefs to win. I don't want them to go to the bowl. Too much black magic this season around the Chiefs. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I
don't
mean?
want those views at all. At all.
I don't want these
I'm,
guys to win because of the black magic. These guys
I'm.
winning this season all on a lot of last minute black magic stuff. So that's all. That's all I gotta say.
What would be exciting would be a Buffalo and Philly. Would be exciting. Um, But they have so much storyline. They can go Buffalo, Philly has a storyline. KC, I think if at KC and Washington with McDaniels, oh, that would be a rookie quarterback going to the Super Bowl.
That's a
That
crazy.
would be the storyline.
That's a storyline still.
That is a storyline. So, but I'm rooting for. I don't really care about like if it's Philly wins or Washington. I may root for Washington because I may root for the rookie a little bit.
Of course,
But
dark skin. You already
but I'm definitely rooting for Buffalo. No question.
know. 100%.
There's no question. I'm rooting for
A
Buffalo. I not
100%.
even. I need them to win, bro. I need this. I can't. I
I
can't.
need the Bills to get to the promised land.
I need it back. And to me, if I'm the Bills mentally, yo, we beat the Chiefs. I'm thinking we're gonna destroy any team that comes to the
You
in
know,
the
but
NFC.
I lose the Chiefs like around this time, yo. They always like the Chiefs have had their number. Regular season they can beat the Chiefs, but in playoffs is like, yo,
And the crazy thing, I'm most likely wrong. But before I go, let me just double check. When Washington won the Super Bowl,
you dirty shoot. Shit, bro. The game is the betting lines closed yet?
now when
Damn.
Washington won the Super Bowl. Washington Super Bowl. I'm trying to think. Did they beat who I think they beat to win the Super Bowl? They
Holy
did. So if Washington faces Buffalo, it's gonna be
gosh.
it's gonna be what 23 years since they faced each other in the Super Bowl.
Holy shit.
And this was
Seriously.
like the start of Buffalo's like
Their story.
losing a bunch of Super Bowls in a row. That sucks. Fun times, fun times, fun times. But
Bro,
I
my
for
seeing right?
sorry,
I'm looking at the score.
what's the score?
Eagles 14, Commanders 3. It
How'd the
started
game
at
start
3.
already? I thought it started.
I thought it started
Wow.
3:30.
I thought it started that time too.
Look, look, look.
I didn't know it started so early. When did it start? See, Philly? These Philly's not that
Wow.
good of a team. Philly's not
Wow.
that good of a team.
That's what I'm saying. They're inconsistent.
So inconsistent. But shout out to Saquon Barkley. Shout out to him.
Yo, the over under for his yards, 125.5. I never seen that for a running back on the slips.
Wow, that's a lot.
I'm usually the most I'll see is maybe McCaffrey before the injury.
Yeah,
It was like 99, 91. Sure. You know what I mean?
that's
Maybe
a
Derrick Henry on Tennessee was like 98, but 125? Crazy. Crazy.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But damn, for those guys sports, the DM podcast, you got your boy YS, got your boy Mike. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and we will talk to you again. Peace.